So here I am with last year's GP Toronto champion, Robert Lombardi.
Defend my title.
Defend your title, standard, but this year we're doing Hour of Devastation sealed. So, how ready were you for this event? How ready did you feel?
Pretty ready, I guess. I did probably like, I don't know, 15 sealeds online, and like maybe same amount of drafts, and I've been like syncing up with Vince and Doug and Brian like pretty regularly on what's good, what's not. These things make sense. Are these colors right? Just discussing builds and stuff. So yeah, I think I have a pretty reasonable grasp on where I want to be in this format if I get the opportunity to do something interesting. Didn't stop me from misbuilding my deck day one, apparently though, but whatever.
Well, what convinced you that you misbuilt, like your teammates, your friends?
So I built like a red-green aggro deck that is like, it's good, it's not a bad deck. It's like maybe like a 6.5 or a 7 or something like that. It's consistent. And I was like very hard for me to beat red-black, like just mono removal decks. And I played them like the first 3 rounds. So I managed to like skate through 2 of them and win, but one guy like, you know, I just couldn't get there. And so after round 5, I like saw Vince and I'm like, yo, I need to figure out how to build a control deck because I just don't think that as I keep going through the tournament, these red-black decks are gonna keep getting better. Like I can't keep getting lucky every round. I need a game plan. So so yeah, we like laid it out, and it's like kind of a weird build. I'm like 4 color, not green, with 3 manaless and like nickel bolas, and then I'm just like mono removal, and yeah, the deck's like actually really good.
Well, that's really interesting that you're like building so that your deck, like against specific archetypes, which is something that when I play, I'm not really thinking about. That you got to be worried about like the red-black decks in the format.
I may just play. I didn't realize it was so prominent. I just played it 3 rounds in a row. I was like, okay, if this is the trend, I need a better plan than hope that my opponent stumbles on their 3rd or 4th land drop and I can get there.
So last year, you won, which is standard.
I did, yeah.
With Esper Dragons, a deck that wasn't that popular. Take us through how hard you felt. Like it's really hard to win in GP, in my opinion, with so many players.
Yeah.
And when you finally won it, how did it feel? Like, did it feel surreal?
Yeah, like I didn't really grasp what was going on. So I was very happy to make top 8 because I was trying to get back on the PT, not really having tons of success. In my previous, in the old PTQ system, I like lost the finals to Paul Dean, and he goes on to do like all these great things, and I'm just still a scrub. So I was like, oh, cool! Like I'm back on the Pro Tour, and I think I was queued for Sydney, so it was like an interesting spot to go. So I wasn't really like thinking about anything other than I was just gonna like play good Magic in top 8. And it wasn't until like after the interview was done, and like all of my friends were like so excited that I won that I was like, oh yeah, I guess I like actually like I won, right? That's an accomplishment. So, but as the top 8 was going on, like I wasn't even thinking about it at all. In retrospect, probably like people offer chops and stuff for that amount of money, but it's like my brain was unable to process these things.
For people competing, like they see it as so hard to reach, but is it just a matter of playing well and the right pieces coming together, or do you think like you sort of next leveled before this tournament and just got there at the...
I mean, yeah, you definitely have to play well. That's not the question, right? But like a little bit of luck doesn't hurt. I guess you can consider it lucky that Vince was on the green-white tokens deck very early on, right after the PT, and he was the main person I tested with.
Okay.
And I was playing a bunch of different decks, and I just kept losing to him. And I was like, okay, well, next iteration, let's try Esper, let's see what's up. And it's like, oh, this deck's actually pretty good post-sideboard. I bring in these Kalidases, and like Hangerback Walker's not so good anymore. You have a game plan, right? Like Blank's Evo Leap and a bunch of stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put the Kalidas in the main deck, and let's like run some game 1s. And I was like just destroying him. I was like, okay, cool. And then Jessica and Derek were playing Coco. I was like, okay, let's test. I was like, oh yeah, with the Kalidas in the main deck, I just roll those decks too. I'm in a good spot then, right? So I felt like the deck was well positioned for that weekend, and also like a few of my opponents along the way kind of misplayed themselves out of wins. So you have to get a little bit lucky to get some of those. But yeah, I don't know. It's better lucky than good, really. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I'm trying to ask, like, a lot of people like change their opinions of a player because they win, right? Like it's just like, oh yeah, now he's like
I'm
for
definitely
sure amazing.
no better than I was before I won. right in the middle of the pack.
Okay, so last set of questions. Now that you're locked through for day 2, what's your plan for day 2 in terms of the draft?
Yeah, I guess 6 wins is locked. But if I lose the next 2 rounds, I probably won't play. I'll just play side effects tomorrow. my plan for the draft is to first draft the best deck at my seat. So try and find the open colors and be there.
Is that likely going to be black-red?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully it's going to be blue-red. I found online that blue is open way more than it should be. And it has like 4 of the strongest commons in the format. Like Unsummon, Aerial Guide, Unquenchable Thirst, and Spellweaver Eternal, I think is what it's called. It's a 2-1 prowess with Afflict 2. And it just like pairs very well with red and white, which are also like strong colors to be in, and have like good aggressive cards in Hour of Devastation and also in Amonkhet. So I find myself just in that deck so much when I'm drafting, and also like Brian and Vince were just posting blue-red deck after blue-red deck, like 3-0'd with this deck, 3-0'd with this deck, 3-0'd with this deck, and I'm like, yeah, me too, 3-0'd with this deck, 3-0'd with this deck, and it's like blue-red, 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 blue-red. Vince was like, do you think we should maybe just like force other decks to try and branch out? I'm like, I don't know, like maybe that's useful, but if it's this open like on day 2, I'm gonna be pretty happy. I think that when the deck comes together, it's like not close to the best deck in the format, the blue-red deck. It just has like very good creatures, very good end game, very good early game, tons of interaction. It's a very difficult
I feel like
deck.
generally they like blue-red.
Yeah. Well, Javelineer was my homeboy from the from Triple Amonkhet for sure.
Oh, man, you also like blue-red before that. Was it Amonkhet? It was like...
Oh, in Kaladesh?
You were just...
In Amonkhet, I definitely liked blue-red a lot. Enigma Drake is like a house, and so is Javelineer and Cryptic Serpent. They're all kind of like less good now. But the deck's kind of like more prowess based with like some enchantments as removal instead of like strictly just instants and sorceries. But yeah, no, the prowess guy is just insane. Like you just get to play all these bad cards like Crash Through. The card's terrible, right? Red, draw a card, your creatures get trample at sorcery speed. But like your whole team gets +1/+1 and trample. You get to draw a card for red. It's pretty good.
Oh, he sounds ready. So good luck around.
Pretty good.